So, ayun. Next week, odontectomy demo. Tapos, next 3 Mondays, scheduled for odontectomy. So, ilan kayo sa class? OS. Hindi kasama yung nag-implant, no? Wala silang OS. So, ilan kayo ngayon? 37 ba?
37.
38.
Hindi na ako secretary.
37.
Tayo lang. Original. So, mas
37.
ba't iba pa bagsak sa implant?
Divided by 2. 12 per day. Ilan ang assistant ba? Dalawa. Isang surgeon, isang first assist, isang circulating siguro. 3 students.
Huwag kayo!
One surgeon,
Huwag kayo.
2 assistants.
Ay, akala ko sila bubunot.
Okay, so mag-group na lang kayo. Balik 12 groups per class, per schedule.
First.
May 12, may 13. Parang gano'n. Basta lahat nakapag-attend.
Huwag kayo nag-first. Wala na magbibidyo sa akin. Oo!
Mukhang whole day. Depende sa tagal nyo eh. Mukhang whole day.
Type C.
So, papaalam ulit natin.
Pero surgery? Na-sterile? Hindi. Nakalaan. Sila magbubunot.
Diba, one side lang kayo. One side lang ulit ng clinic. Okay. Okay,
Hindi na ako papayag.
start with apicoectomy. Tapos magko-contact pala kayo sa mga mag-odontic.
Bigyan mo kay Clark.
Okay, so let's start with apicoectomy, or this is the dental term, other term for your endodontic surgery. So this is the surgical procedure done to remove or correct the causative agents of your failed RCTs. Okay? So this is done by removing the apical portion of your tooth, yung failed tooth ng RCT. Okay? Okay, so this is your outline. What is apicoectomy? Your indications, necessities for the surgery, or flap designs, cases, and contraindications. So what is apicoectomy? Again, the surgical resection of the root tip of a tooth and its removal together with the pathologic tissue. So, yan. So, you have to identify, again, this one, kung if it's failed RCTs or may kailangan kayong pathologic lesions dun sa area, or sometimes for implant retrievals. Pwede okay, so accessory root canals and additional apical foramina are also removed in this way, which may occur in the periapical area and which may be considered responsible for failure of an endotherapy. This lecture is also in your sa Canvas, pero nagdagdag lang ako dito kasi kulang yun sa Canvas mo. So the references of these are in your OMS books and in your oral surgery books. So magbasa din kayo. Okay, so indications. When will you do your apicoectomies? So teeth with active periapical inflammation despite the presence of satisfactory endodontic therapy. So how will you determine if your endodontic therapies are successful? Of course, with follow-up, frequent follow-ups with your patients, follow-ups and checkups, and of course with confirmatory of your periapical or panoramic radiographs. So 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. So, sometimes kasi yung mga dentist kasi, siyempre alam niyo naman kung magkano ang mga RCTs na sinacharge. Sometimes it's just for the money. Okay? But don't be that kind of dentist na pera lang ang habol natin sa patient. Ha? You have to be the better versions of dentists, the next generation dentist. So, kung ano man yung napapractice ng old generation dentist, kung, diba, kayo yung mag-i-improve nung dental practice na to. Okay, so frequent follow-up, kamusta niyo yung patients niyo? Again, Dr. Manalaysay said, diba, 80 to 90% ng patients hindi nyo kilala. But with your history taking or just with your patient care, at least i-follow up nyo yung patients nyo. Madali na naman mag-follow up ngayon. Isang message, isang text lang, di ba? Okay? So, teeth with periapical inflammation and unsatisfactory endotherapy which cannot be repeated because of these following. So, these are all mentioned in your book. Might as well read na lang din. Okay? So, teeth with periapical inflammation where completion of endotherapy is impossible due to foreign bodies, perforations of the pulp chamber, roots, fractures, and dental anomalies. Your dents indented. Again, review your dental anomalies. Okay, so overall naman, determining the patient's general condition is very important before any surgical intervention. So again, history taking, clearances, proper diagnostics, and it is up to your patient, your assessment kung kakayanin ba ng apicoectomy, surgery, yung patient nyo in general. Okay, so out of topic, this was our patient's 15-day vision. This was cleft, bilateral cleft lip, and then yung isa cleft palate. Yan lang. So more than 10 patients yata kami ng cleft. Okay. So setting of care, again, we have local sedation, IV sedation, or general anesthesia. Yan. So, minsan kasi ayaw ng patient yung local lang, gusto nyo tulog. So, safe setting with your ordinary extraction. So, you also have to ask your patients kung kaya ba nila yung kung kakayanin ba nila yung treatment nila, okay? So, the more good treatment, good practice, so more kita sa inyo, di ba? So, iba pa yung charge nyo sa local, iba yung charge nyo sa IV sedation, and most importantly, syempre, ang laki ng kita nyo sa GA. But this is under hospital setting, okay? Kalaan nyo yun, apicoectomy lang, pero nagpa-admit pa yung patient nyo, okay? So, again, basic necessities for oral surgery. Alam niyo naman yan. Adequate visibility, access, light, clean surgical field, adequate assistance, and properly trained assistance. Okay, instrumentation. So, sometimes, ayan, these are, tawag dito, siguro mga piezo surgeries, may mga machines na kasi ngayon, high-tech machines that are adequate just for apicoectomies. We have the piezotomes, piezosurgeries kasi yon na kahit parang pang bone lang siya na yung bone lang yung tinatamaan and kahit anong tissue, soft tissue, hindi siya na-affect. So, pero yung machine na yun is around 1 million. Yung ganun siya. Pero syempre, kikitain nyo naman siya sa hindi. Kami kasi hindi. Hindi namin afford. Kaya manghihiram na lang kami sa inyo. Okay? Again, your core basics, tapos yung mga endo materials nyo. Okay, so infection control. Syempre, di ba, alam niyo naman, we're strict with your infection control. So, we cannot, or will not, never not eliminate 100% of infections. But we are helping reduce only the possibility of a bigger complication for your patients. Okay? Kaya nga tayo sterile. So, di ba, strict tayo kapag naka-sterile gloves na kayo, di na namin, alam niyo, hindi nyo naman hinahawakan na yung kung saan-saan unless nakakalimutan nyo. So, kawawa naman yung patient nyo. Pero again, yon, infection control, you always have to be conscious with kung ano nga hinahawakan yung instruments kasi nga, sayang naman yung pagpa-practice nyo ng infection control kung nagka-infection na nga yung patient nyo dahil dyan sa yung apicoectomy nyo na nga, dadagdagan nyo pa ng systemic disease. Okay, so, huwag naman yan. Okay, so tissue handling. Of course, this should not be tightly pinched, no aggressive retraction, irrigation during bone cutting. So, especially pag yung apicoectomy, sometimes we only do apicoectomy under low-speed handpiece. So, frequent irrigation pa din using NSS as to avoid dry sockets. Okay? So, tissue should be protected from heat, no tissue desiccation, and only physiologic substance should come in contact to tissues. So sometimes kasi, alam niyo man, di ba, handpiece. High-speed handpiece, mabibilis. So, kung naging licensed dentist na kayo, it's up to you if you will use high speed or low speed. You just have to know the complications. Again, what Dr. Manalaysay said, if you want to pursue higher studies or in implant dentistry, at least you have to have a good foundation with your basic oral surgery. Kasi mga ganyan, so gusto niyo mag high speed, gusto niyo mag low speed. Hindi naman namin sinasabing walang complications pag nag-low speed, di ba? Someday, may mga times pa rin na mag-a-arise ang complications nyo with low speed. But then again, at least you need your good foundations will help you with your practice in case complications arise. Okay? So, yan. Let's go with your types of flap design. So, for apicoectomies, we only practices kasi, according to the book, there are only 3 types indicated for apicoectomies. But, because of, siguro, maraming dehiscence, maraming complications with how they put back the soft tissues kasi alam niya man, madali lang magtanggal. Yung surgery itself, madaling magtanggal, but ang mahirap gawin is yung post-operative healing, post-operative management ng patients nyo. Okay? So, 3 types for apicoectomies are your semilunar, triangular, and trapezoidal. Yun lang sana. But then again, we still recommend, or some dentists mostly use envelope flap. Mas matrabaho lang yung envelope flap, but there are good results with it kasi post-operatively. Because yung, di ba, nakita nyo naman sa odontectomy natin, less dehiscence and good tissue healing pag nag-envelope flap tayo. Then again, yun nga, kanya-kanyang trip, kung gusto nyo trip sa buhay na flap. Pag licensed dentist na kayo. Okay? So this is the first flap, your semilunar flap. So this is indicated for limited extent lang. So yung pag-extend kasi nito, parang smile, ganun lang siya. Smile kasi yung flap nito. So it's either smile or inverted smile, depende sa pag-cut ng tissue. But yung post-operative healing kasi nito, sometimes may dehiscence, sometimes yun, bad tissue coaptation kasi. Okay? So yan. So this is performed in the anterior region when the size of the lesion is small, and kapag may mga aesthetic crowns, yan lang din siya. Okay, so next is the trapezoidal. So this is just a modified type ng semilunar. So ito kasi may mga releasing incision, same ng triangular flap, but if you should know how to put back yung mga flaps nyo in case you will do these kinds of flaps. So again, nagre-releasing incision kayo. So, di ba, against kasi siya ng direction ng muscle attachments nyo. So sometimes, kumukontra yung mga muscle directions kasi nun sa pagbalik nyo ng flap. So sometimes, kailangan ng malaking releasing, reflecting pala ng flap, i-release nyo yung mga muscle attachments niya para hindi maglihis yung inyong flap. Okay? Ayan. So this one kasi, it's directly one tooth from the targeted affected tooth kasi. So ayan, kunyari sa first premolar yung tatanggalin nyo, yung may apicoectomy. So directly from the mesial of the canine and the distal of the second premolar. But then again, you have a big cut. Okay? So same as triangular, to kasi pa 3 points. Triangular lang siya. So parang parang sinira nyo siguro yung gums ng patient pag triangular. So maraming sutures kasi to. So it doesn't mean na maraming suture maganda siya. Okay? So always remember, less is more. So less sutures, pero it's secured, and less tissue tearing, tissue dehiscence, then the better healing for the patient. Okay? Kaya nga pag nag-odontec tayo, di ba, anong pinapagawa mostly? Your, ano yan? Horizontal mattress suturing, di ba? So, isang suturing, sarado na agad. Or with your supplemental interrupted suturing. Okay? So, this one, envelope, mostly, yeah, for anteriors, the concept kasi ng envelope flap is to not tear. You have to take care of your tissue. So, if yung affected tooth nyo is, kunyari, 1-1, so you have to extend 2 to 3 teeth from your selected tooth, from the tooth that is affected. Para hindi mapunit siya. So, kung napunit na din, edi parang triangular or trapezoidal flap na ang nangyari doon. Okay? Okay. So, these are the case presentations. Gets? Kung may hindi kayo nagigets or questions, huwag kayo magtanong. Sorry. Hindi na, di ba? Okay. Ang liwaan na. Hindi ko kasi alam, parang ano pa to eh. Parang nakopong-kopong pa tong panoramic radiograph na.
Baliktad.
Okay, ito kasi this is affected sa mandibular right side. May cystic lesion siya from field RCT. So, ayan.
Pang-notes ko to. Ayun yung tablet mo.
Yan. So, there's periapical cystic lesion on ang ito. So, first molar. So, hindi pala. K9. Yan. So, okay, so for local infiltration, so anesthetize, syempre, suntukin naman kayo ng pasyente niyo. And then, determine your flap design. So, sana makapag-epicoectomy kayo sa clinic dito. But, I think for this one, triangular siguro, trapezoidal yung ginamit ng dentist na to. Mga old cases na kasi to eh. And then determine kung saan yung cystic lesion, retrieval of siguro gata-perca or both. Yan. And then document whatever specimens you retrieve from your oral cavity. Okay, ayan. So, again, epicoectomy sounds like a simple procedure, but if you do not know the management, you do not know how to perform the surgery, hindi kawawa yung patient. You will have complications or massive bleeding. May mga vital structures kasi dyan. Kunya, semilunar flap lang gagawin nyo, pero natamaan nyo yung foramen, metal foramen, that area. So, ano mga complications nyo sa patient? Okay? Retrieval. Okay, so we still use surgical round burr for your epicoectomies. And then, it's just performed by parang punching a hole, punch dun sa apical area, and then creating a cavity for that specific area. Okay? Okay, ayan. So, when you expose already yung 1/3 of the apex, yun ang itatanggalin nyo. Okay? And the cavity is created like an inverted cone shape. So, ito kasi yan, tatlong periapical lesions ang na-determine. So, yun yung hole. Okay? So, exposure of the apex, and then cutting of 1/3 of that apex. Okay? Ayan. So, suturing, trapezoidal lang siguro. Post-operatively. Wow. For apicoectomies, ang ginagamit kasi dito is your periapical radiographs. So, this is frequent frequent x-ray siya. So, kada bawas nyo, x-ray. Kada bawas, x-ray. Just to check kung sumusobra na ba sa 1/3 yung pagtanggal nyo ng root. Okay? Kasi more than 1/3, more than 2/3, actually hanggang 2/3 pwede pa eh. Pero it will depend on the length kasi nung ngipin lang. So, pag nag-half na kayo, baka magka-mobility na yung ngipin nyo. So, nag-exo na kayo after na. Okay? Case number 2, failed RCT. Okay, failed RCT on to tooth number 2. Yan. Or 2-1. 2-1 pa. Yan, still with infection control. Honest. Okay. This was done with envelope flap for the anteriors. Kasi nga, ano naman siya, natural teeth. So again, kapag hindi, pwede yung semilunar flap. But you need to know how to just put it flat. Okay. So same concept, ditching dun sa apical area. Determine first yung apical area and then drill and then remove 1/3 of that apex. Yan, then frequent irrigation pa din. So again, this is the shape ng inverted cone. So removing 1/3 of the apex of the tooth. Yeah. So how much should you remove na length ng ngipin, anong apex? So at least 2 to 3 mm of the tooth, of the total root length should be removed with a round or narrow fissure burr and then beveled at least 45-degree angle. So dapat yung sa long axis of the tooth, 45-degree angle. So pababa yung pagbawas ng ngipin. Okay, makikita nyo naman siya when you're going to do your apicoectomies. So kung may malakas ng loob mag-apicoectomy sa clinic, gawin mo. Okay? So dapat beveled lagi ang inyong apico. Okay, ayan. So, dapat malinis ang gawa. So, 1/3 yan. Yan lang yung after every procedure, inspect all pathological tissues. So, dapat tanggal yung cystic lesions, clean the cavity. And sometimes kasi rough pa yung pagtanggal nyo. So, you can smoothen out yung edges using your bone files or just with your round burrs para lang mag-smoothen. Kasi syempre may mga pa rin naman, may mga bony debris na may iwan which can cause irritation or infection din sa cavity. So sayang din naman magpe-fail din naman yung apicoectomies nyo kung may maiwan ng foreign bodies dun sa areas. So, okay? And then after that, we put filling materials. So for nung araw, amalgam. I think it's still a good filling material, yung pagtakip dun sa There sometimes we use PRF na. But if it's pathological, we don't put PRF kasi magpe-fail lang siya. Kainin lang nung pathology yung healthy na PRF. PRF is platelet-rich fibrin. Galing yun sa dugo ng patient. So gagawin din namin yun next week sa patient. We'll extract blood from them and then centrifuge and then yun yung ilalagay sa socket. So ang swerte mo dahil. Kahit wala kang anesthesia, PRF ka naman.
Sige, G. Suntokin nyo na. Para tulog.
Okay. Na-mention ba sa inyo yung PRF?
Yes.
Nabanggit naman yun, di ba? Okay. Nag-evolve din naman yung mga technologies in dentistry. So, PRF, I think that was the thesis of Dr. Manalaysay in Malaysia or dito. Pero hindi niya lang napapatent. But, he's considered the inventor of PRF. Pero ang dami na kasing nagpe-PRF, so hindi na siya na-recognize with that. Okay? That's his thesis. The PRF kasi is used sa mga dermatology, sa skin, basically. So, pwede rin naman pala siya sa dental. So, proven na PRF helps with anti-inflammatory effects. It has better healing with your tooth sockets because it's compatible guys. Sa inyo naman siya, autologous siya. So it came from the patient, sinicentrifuge, and then you separate the RBC from that yellow substance, and then sinilagay siya sa socket. And then by 1 week, good post-operative healing yung patient. Good tissue healing siya. So, again, kahit wala kang anesthesia, like PRF.
So, Doc, kailangan
Ito
po
na nga
within
siya,
the
hindi na nga,
week.
yung
Doc,
magpapa-anesthesia ka.
within... Doc, within the
Ayan
week.
talaga.
Gusto mo siya, palit mo OMS na nga ang gagawa. Gusto pa may anesthesia.
Oo nga eh. Payag ba kayo? Mag-anesthesia pa si Danica? Sabi ko sa'yo.
Makangagat ako ng kamay.
Ano agad? Gamsep agad.
Oh, gamsep agad.
Nakalabas na ba yan?
Ah.
Hindi naman nakalabas. Madali lang yan.
True.
Uy, nakasilip na to. Pwedeng ano.
Kinikindatan ka na.
Okay. So
Well,
with
lock safe
your-
na lang.
Okay na. So with your envelope flaps, same concept with
Topical
deep
na.
repositionings. So this is the time when we do vertical mattress suturing techniques. So with simple interrupted, supplemental simple interrupted. Yan lang. So maganda yung post-op healing yan. Okay, case number 3. Ayan. So, again, periapical lesion again. Apex is resected from 2 to 3 mm of the total root length at a 45-degree angle, and then determine or locate using your curettes or ano ba? Explorers siguro from the apex. Kasi sometimes pag kinapa nyo siya, kunyari tooth number 1, tapos lumulubog na agad yung sa apical area nyo. Yun na yung feeling nung pag mag-apicoectomy kayo, manipis na yung borders or sometimes butas na yung area na yun. Exposed na agad yung apical area. Yan, okay? So, if the entire canal is not completely filled, then sometimes failure or re-surgery. Yan. Pero ang next surgery kasi is bunot na. Yan, same. Envelope flap again. Flap, exposure of the affected tooth. Retrieval, pagkuha ng using curette of the cystic lesion. Ang ganda ng surgery, no? Okay, so burring out or smoothening ng mga borders. Yan, and then this is your suction or retrograde feeling. Yan. Okay, so suture back with interrupted, horizontal, vertical mattress suturing technique with supplemental interrupted technique. Okay, last case. Mandibular periapical lesion. So sometimes pwede rin, ano ba tong sa CBCT, if needed, we request for CBCT for better diagnosis. Then again, still apicoectomy. So sometimes if hindi na-locate to, kunyari if you still want to confirm if hindi lang siya periapical lesion, sometimes it can develop into unilocular ameloblastoma. Ganun. Eh di kaching-kaching na naman kayo. Kumikinang ang mga mata.
Pretty eyes.
Just by requesting your correct diagnostics and your basic procedures, kita na kayo agad. Okay, so same. Anesthesia, flap, envelope flap if you like. Locate the periapical lesions, burr out. Now. Yan. So this is the PRF that we will be doing. So pag na-centrifuge na siya for sometimes 12 minutes, depending on the potency, dun sa yung strength nung ang tawag doon? Centrifuge na gagamitin. So, placement of PRF for normal defects. So, if there's pathological, kung may mga cystic lesions pa, we do not put PRF. Okay? Hindi niya kaya. Ala, baka walang naihimalay sa dugo dito ah. Meron. Needles, may mga naihimatay ba dito?
Meron po.
Oo, ano.
Sure kayo?
Sure siya ba?
Naka-jacket nga po eh.
Nilalagay.
Wow, sa jacket. Yan. So, amalgam is the most commonly used retrograde filling recently, but recently pala, IRM and MTA are used or cements. Okay, wala tayong natapos. Bilis.
Thank you, Lord. Meron dyan.
Okay, what are the contraindications? So, when will you decide not to do apicoectomies? Of course, all conditions that could be considered for oral surgery concerning the age and general health of the patient. So, sometimes kahit apicoectomy or any any surgery or any dental procedure, clearances is still okay. Okay, so teeth with severe resorption or periodontal tissues, ganyan. So, kung may mobility, isa-save mo pa ba? Mag-apicoectomy pa ba kayo? So, might as well do extraction. Yeah, so may deep perio pockets or great bone destruction. So, pagkakita nyo ng ganyan, more oral health, dasalan nyo na lang. Okay, teeth with short root length. So, baka pagbawas nyo, mobile. Mobile na agad.
RF.
So, not to do the procedure. Yan. Apices have a close relationship with anatomic structures. So, this is mental foramen, causing injury. This during the surgical procedures. Okay. So, complications. So, damage to anatomic structures, create profuse bleeding from your veins or arteries during apicoectomy of palatal roots. Amalgam splatters and amalgam tattoos or maintainings from your retrograde filling, excessive filling materials, and healing disturbances, again, from your semilunars, or if you do not know how to reapproximate your flaps for semilunars, triangular, and trapezoidal. Ayan yung mga nangyayari. Parang may nana dun sa patient, so that can cause pain. Sometimes, pag nagbagantin ng patient, edi kawawa ng patient yun. Okay? So, you always need to reapproximate or ibalik mo talaga sa dating, sa pre-morbid stage, yung inyong soft tissues. Okay? So, dislodged filling materials due to superficial placement as a result of insufficient preparation of apical cavity. So, this one kasi, hindi siguro na kapag peri-apical x-ray agad, hindi nagpe-peri-apical x-ray for confirmation. So, this happens. Ayan. So, incomplete root resection. So, the apical portion of the root remains in position and the retrograde filling is placed improperly with all the resulting consequences. Okay, so RCT is generally a successful procedure when there is accurate diagnosis and careful technique. Again, follow up with your patients, check up with your patients, and yun, doon yung ma-determine ang success ng inyong surgeries. Okay, surgery is necessary to correct a failure or for other reasons may be the only alternative to extraction. Kapag no choice, siyempre, our last treatment option is to always extract the tooth. Diba? Lagi namang surgery ang gusto nating huling bala sa patient. So, if you can still save the tooth, then save the tooth. Okay? Pero if wala talaga, then surgery is your only option. Okay? Prognosis of your treatment depends on how you handle the tissues involved during surgery. So, in the wise words of Dr. Manolay's side, respect the tissues and it will respect you. Okay, that's it lang for this lecture. So, madali lang naman apicoectomy, yun lang talaga siya. Punch biopsy. Hindi siya punch biopsy. Basta you will put a hole lang dun sa surgical procedure, remove the 1/3 of the apex, and then close it up. Yun lang ang principle ng apicoectomy for failed RCTs. Okay? Okay, so these are the references. Yan, Contemporary OMS by Peterson. These are good books. So, apicoectomy, chapter 13. Okay, so basahin niyo yan. Baka part, nandyan kami kukuha ng questions. Okay? Okay, so may questions pa, clarifications, violent reactions. Saan? Sorry. May sinend ako sa inyo. Sinend ko yung book, yung blue na cover.
Ay,
Text daw siya ng pasensya.
ah,